Hey everybody! So today I want to talk about something that there is a lot of information about online, but not all of it is right or good. So I want to talk about vocal health. So if you have some bad vocal habits, you can hurt your voice. It's not good. So the important thing to be able to know is my voice okay right now? Is it healthy, or do I need to go see an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor to get scoped? So nobody will be able to tell you if your voice is healthy other than a doctor, but there are some things that can maybe clue you in that your voice might not be great or in great working condition. So first things first, if you are one of those people who is like, I can sing, but after about a half an hour to an hour, my throat gets sore. Okay, that's normal. Your longevity of your voice will increase. The better that you get, the better your technique gets, the more you sing. However, it's not going to ever be like you can sing for like 5 hours long, right? You're going to get tired because unfortunately, our voice is part of our body. Our voice is inside of us. Our body changes every day, right? A piano looks the same, sounds the same every day, unless it's not temperature controlled or in a good climate controlled environment. So your voice will change based on the day. But if you're one of those people where instead of saying my voice hurts after a half an hour to an hour, you're saying my voice just like hurts after a couple minutes, you might want to go to an ENT. So when you sing, your vocal folds are basically vibrating together, right? And if you're not singing healthily, that vibrating together can become more of a slapping together movement. And you can over adduct your cords, so you can bring them too close together so they're slapping together too hard. And what that actually can create is a callus on your vocal fold, which is called a node. So when you have a node, you are actually creating a bump, a callus on your vocal folds, so your vocal folds aren't able to come together all the way. So if you can catch it when it's really early, it can go away by itself. It can go away by itself. You just have to get it looked at, and sometimes they'll send you to a voice therapist, and they'll help you learn how to speak more healthily, and they'll help you learn how to sing more healthily too, if you can get a voice singing specialist one, and it can go away. So if you start noticing that your voice is like raspy all the time, it hurts, it just doesn't feel right, then you definitely need to go to see an ENT, because you could be getting a vocal node. Now, if it can't go away by itself, another way that it can heal is to surgically remove the vocal node. So that's why it's really important to notice that something's off with your voice ASAP. Okay, so another thing that can happen, which God forbid, is you have a vocal fold hemorrhage, which means a blood vessel in your vocal fold bursts. This does happen to people. It's more of an issue if you are on blood thinners and you are consistently on blood thinners. You have to be very careful about that. So if you are singing all the time and you're taking a lot of Advil, not heavily advised, you might want to try to back off the Advil. Even if you are someone that has frequent headaches, you can try alternate medicines to get rid of your headache. So that brings us, we've talked about vocal nodes, vocal hemorrhage. And the other thing that can really affect your vocal folds that a lot of people don't even think about because they don't think they have it is acid reflux. So when you lay down at night and you have acid reflux and it comes up your esophagus and it can actually go into your larynx, right? So it comes up and over. So it really can bother you a lot. And that will make your vocal folds swell and they won't be able to come together all the way. So that is not like in the middle of your vocal fold, like a node might be. That usually happens at the very end of your vocal folds. So instead of going like this, your vocal folds are going maybe like this. That can result in usually more of an airy sound. It's not usually too raspy. So those are the things that can go wrong with your voice. Something that doesn't have anything to do with your voice, but can also happen is allergies, right? So if you have really bad allergies and you're not treating them, but you're trying to be a singer, you might want to readdress that. Because if you're having a constant postnasal drip, that comes down and it can go down the other way through your air pipe. And it can also really, really, really irritate your vocal folds. And also phlegm, right? So phlegm can sit on your vocal folds and it's literally like there's cement on your vocal folds, right? You can clear your throat and if the phlegm is thick enough, it won't go anywhere. And it just stays there and it gives you that kind of like gravelly feeling and gravelly sound. So definitely go get those allergies tested. So when you go to the ENT, they are going to offer to scope you. So what happens when you get scoped is they put a camera, a very, very small camera. They numb your nose and they put it up through your nose and they position it right into the back so that they're looking like straight down at your vocal folds. And then they can see what your vocal folds look like. So this is the only way to get an accurate diagnosis for any of these things. Except for allergies, because a lot of times allergies, they're very bothersome and they're kind of a nuisance, but usually you can't see allergies on the vocal folds other than by seeing the heavy phlegm, which normally you can feel. And the vocal folds move so quickly that the ENT actually has a strobe system on the end of the camera and they slow it down so that you can see your vocal folds in action. So I've gotten scoped, I think three or four times. At one point, I actually did have a graniola on one of my false folds. So that was a small lump similar to a node, except it was from acid reflux and it was not on my actual vocal folds. It was on the skin around them that's called the false fold. So it wasn't affecting my singing per se, but the fact that I had acid reflux bad enough to cause that graniola meant that my acid reflux was probably bothering my singing voice. So guys, if you feel like there's something wonky going on with your voice, you've been taking voice lessons, you still can't figure it out, and you just feel like something's off, listen to your body. Please listen to your body, right? Because if you catch these things early, they don't cause as many problems as if you just keep singing on it, keep singing on it, and then you have vocal nodes and you have to go through this whole thing, and it's very depressing when it happens. So that's what I got for you guys today. I really hope you take this video seriously because I've known a lot of people that have gotten vocal nodes and it is not fun. I've known people that go through all of these problems, and I went through the acid reflux problem myself. So it's better to get an answer than to just keep going and not know what is going on. So guys, I hope you enjoy this. Please subscribe to my channel and I will see you next week.